What's news?
I don't have a lot of news. The war Trump is starting, that he's not allowed to start.
No, war's a peace president. Trump doesn't start wars.
No, he said he would never send Americans to a foreign war, right?
Has he done that?
He has done that.
Where has he sent some Americans?
Iran.
He sent Americans to Iran?
Well, he's dropped bombs on them.
Oh, that doesn't count as sending Americans to Iran.
Oh.
If there's no boots on the ground.
I don't know if there are boots on the ground.
I think there's not.
There's
Trump is a peace president.
Oh, I finished my dog painting.
Mm-hmm.
Roxy Roller.
Roxy Roller.
And Kathy and Dawn are coming to get her next week, and they're bringing Roxy, which is always nerve-wracking because what if the painting doesn't look anything like the dog?
Well, then they would have given you the wrong pictures.
She gave me many, many pictures, and I chose one.
Maybe you got many, many pictures of the wrong dog.
That's the nerve-wracking part, right? Anyway, what do you have to say? You're making me carry everything here.
What do I have to say? It was a warm day today. It was almost 10 degrees outside. Generated lots of solar power today.
What are we going to do with it all?
Well, we set it to Hydro 1.
And what does that do for us? When will I see that?
Well, you would, if they ever get their act together and figure out how to send us an actual bill, you would see a great reduction in the actual bill.
Yes, but how does that translate back so I have more than one light on at nighttime?
Oh, no. See, we are in an austerity. Didn't you know we're in an economic war with the big, bad, icky people to the south? This is wartime, girlie. Keep the lights out. You know.
I'm actually being serious, though. How does all this hydro we're exporting to how does all the electricity we're exporting to hydro help us?
Just means when we're burning electricity.
That we're not allowed to, so
Well,
I don't understand how that ever helps.
Well, you know, you could have a good point. But I grew up in a house where you didn't waste money.
No, that's not what we're talking about here. You're not answering my question.
What is the question?
All this electricity we're sending to hydro.
Yes.
How does that help us or come back? What's the return?
So how it works is the way we do it here. We charge up our batteries in the middle of the night between 11 p.m. and 7 a.m. And all day long, the only power we use comes out of those batteries. And what Hydro One does is they look at the amount of kilowatts we use all night charging our batteries, and they deduct 1 kilowatt off that total for every kilowatt we send them. And thus we don't pay anything until we run out of deduction kilowatts. So typically in the summer we'll build up a whole whack of credited kilowatts, and then in the winter, but we didn't have a full summer of generating kilowatts, but in the winter, if we use few enough kilowatts, we never pay for the kilowatts that we took.
But, so we are accumulating
Credits.
Yes, but they never come back to us, ever. They will never help us.
No,
that will never help us.
If we can use few enough kilowatts, we don't pay for the hydro.
We're already doing that now without even generating any.
No, we pay for those kilowatts. If we don't generate enough credits, we end up paying for the kilowatts we put into the batteries.
Let's say we have a surplus then at the end of the year. Let's say there's this huge surplus.
We sent them too much?
Yes.
Then we just don't pay for any of the kilowatts we got. We don't get paid for the kilowatts we sent them.
No, but how does that help us? How does that help us?
That means we don't pay a hydro bill.
But now there's an overaccumulation somewhere.
We gave them more than we used.
Yes.
That just means we don't pay for any kilowatts.
But you're avoiding my question.
I'm answering your question. Maybe you should try a different question.
No, I think you know what I'm
If
trying
we
to say.
send a bazillion kilowatts and we
Yeah.
only use 1,000 kilowatts,
Yeah.
then we don't pay for the 1,000 kilowatts.
Yeah. And what happens to the other bazillion?
Nothing. They get it free. However, the way it works most of the time is we still, unless we get a really good summer, in the wintertime we're constantly taking kilowatts out of the credit because the snow-covered solar panels are never sending anything to the grid.
Right.
So you have to look at how many kilowatts are we going to use during the winter versus how many we send during the summer.
So if there's a huge bazillion
Yes.
at the end of a couple of years, I could run the furnace
No,
all
because
winter.
at the end of the way they work it is 1 year after they keep track of when you send the credits, right? Credited kilowatts. At the end of 1 year since you sent them, they disappear as a credit. But may I remind you, this whole system came into place because you did not want to have to run the generator if we had a power failure. And how many power failures have we had since we installed our battery and solar panels?
2.
No, we've had more than 2.
Well,
If you go
you've
into
had
the
some 5-minute ones.
Yes.
Oh, you're counting the 5-minute
Well,
ones?
it's a power failure, and when they happen, we don't know how long they will last.
That's true.
And when they happen to us now, we don't even see them happen as far as electricity changing.
That's right.
So, my goal, which Joe apparently is not totally enrolled in, is to never pay for electricity.
My goal is to be able to walk down my stairs from the second floor to the first floor without killing myself, because I'd like to put more than one light on
That's why I gave you that
at
flashlight.
nighttime.
Where's your flashlight? Have you got it handy? I have also showed Joe that her cell phone has a flashlight built in.
I just put lights on.
I just want it to be like sunshine everywhere I go in my house.
At nighttime.
What do you guys think? Do you think that's reasonable? Burning up those kilowatts?
But if I have a bazillion in the bank
Well,
for that year,
We don't know.
it shouldn't matter.
Here's the problem. We don't know how many we got in the bank right now. I know we didn't have a full summer of banking kilowatts before this winter hit.
No, because hydro was too slow putting in the meter.
Mm-hmm. But, we'll see how it goes. And the other story is that the meter, I don't know how this works other places, but the meter, they said they could see the meter, like whoever I talked to at Hydro One. But seeing the meter is not the same thing as them getting the data. So we found out that they are not getting the data, and it's an incremental, like minute by minute thing. And their first proposed solution was to put a cell phone transfer meter to send the data. But when the guy came to do that, and I talked to him, he said, no, that's not going to work. He says, I can tell by looking at my phone, installing this is not going to work for you guys.
No,
So I
because our
said,
cell phones don't even work sometimes.
yeah, the signal's not strong enough. And so I said, well, then I guess there's no point you installing that. And he goes, no. He said, I'll go back and I'll talk to them. I said, so we're kind of waiting for them to come up with a solution. So we got a bill back in October.
It should have been zero.
Should have been zero and was a
$400.
big number.
$400.
And then we got another one after that that should have been bigger. It should have been zero and also was bigger. So I got permission to not pay anything, which,
While they're deciding what to do.
yeah.
So,
And they already owe us money because I paid a bill before that. That was,
also in dispute.
yeah.
If we have a bazillion credits in the bank,
A billion bazinga credits.
then theoretically I can use an air conditioner this summer.
You'll be using solar, most likely solar electricity will be powering your air conditioner, yes. So it's not even a concern.
Oh.
If it's a really hot day that you need, it's so hot that you need air conditioning, that means the sun is shining down on those solar panels.
That's true. I'm looking forward to that.
We can
because
make the
last
house.
year,
We can make the house like 10 degrees if you want,
no,
which you would hate in the
I
wintertime,
don't
but you
want
will
that.
love in the summer.
my room was 31 degrees last summer.
In the shade,
Yours was
like-
28.
like being on a tropical beach.
Mine was 31.
How many Canadians right now are running off to Spain and Portugal and places like that to enjoy 31 degrees?
I think we could wrap this up because you're just rambling on.
Rambling on. I remember the good old days when I first met Jo, and she was a sweetheart. Not so.
Look what 20 years of marriage does to you. To you.
Takes a sweetheart and turns her into a Sour Patch Kid.
You might want to end this a little earlier than now.
Oh.
But who gives a fuck, eh? Signing off.
What music are we going to put with this one?
I don't know, I gave you a couple of clues at the beginning.
Oh, I'll have to go back and listen to that. Bye, 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 bye. Oh, this was the last day of February.